Hey guys, it's Ms. Ayers. Let's take a look at this first persuasive essay video where we'll be talking about writing your concession to the opposition as well as your call to action. Actually, we're going to start with the call to action because it's really straightforward. First of all, your call to action is only one sentence long, so that's good. And it's what you want to persuade people to do in the persuasive essay. Probably some kind of change you want them to make, whether it's a change in their thought or you want to create something new or a change in action. And so as we explain in class, your call to action, your topic for this paper will be a change you want at Creighton Prep. So keep that in mind. When I go to evaluate your paper in the end, I will be looking at how persuasively you show your call to action enhancing the grad at grad. So that's not really something you need to work into the call to action for what's due first, but it's something to keep in mind when you're picking your topic. And of course, your topic turns into your call to action. So for purposes of this video and kind of walking you through this process, I'm going to say the call to action I would write about would be every class at Creighton Prep should teach DOL. It's pretty common sense, don't you think? It's kind of amazing no one's ever thought of that before. So anyway, for your call to action, all you're going to need to turn in for this first assignment is one sentence. Okay, so the concession to the opposition is a little more developed. What you'll turn in for the concession to the opposition is one paragraph long. And this will become the first paragraph of your persuasive essay when it comes time to write the final draft. There will be no more important paragraph than this concession to the opposition paragraph. If you screw up that concession to the opposition, it kind of doesn't matter what else you do right. You're not going to have a persuasive essay. So here's the purpose of the concession to the opposition. Your job there is to build credibility by showing respect and empathy for those who disagree with you, before you probably go on to disagree with them. So you need to begin by putting what we would call a conciliatory tone at the beginning of your paper. A good way to do that would be to imagine the A-game argument against your call to action and show the people on the other side of the issue that you see those strengths, the strengths of their perspective. When people feel like you understand them, they're much more likely to listen to you, and especially when they feel like you respect them. And then ask for open-mindedness and a chance to make your case after you've shown, I get it. I see that there's a complicated way of looking at things. So let's see how that would work out in action. Earlier, I had said that my call to action would be that every class would teach DOL. So when I think about, well, where would be the A-game argument against teaching DOL in every class? The first thing I think of is PE. DOL might be least relevant in PE class. And so forgive the dodgeball picture, but that's my recollection of PE class, just being horrified and feeling like I was about to get killed by some big dude like this guy. And so when I imagine like how I would present this argument to folks who teach in the PE department, I would want to show respect to their position, and I would want to show empathy. So what I would be inclined to say to those folks would be, I know you already work really hard, and I know your job is complicated in ways that my job is not. I know your attention is pulled to make sure folks aren't getting hurt and they aren't damaging equipment. And in your classes, you have like 50 guys in there. And in my classes, I have half of that in a big class. And I know how hard it is to make a change. So I appreciate the difficulty of this position. But if you could hear me out, I think I can give you some good reasons why we should teach DOL in every class. So in that statement, what I've done is I've worked very hard to show respect and empathy to the other side, to show I appreciate how hard their jobs are. And if folks feel appreciated and understood through a concession, they're going to be more likely to listen. So have I won those guys over yet? No. Could I win them over? Maybe. But had I gone in and said, you guys don't really know what you're doing anyway, let me just show you how to do things, There's no way they would listen to me. And I can't be successful without them listening to me. So guys, that's it for the concession to the opposition. So what you have due for our next class would be, you need to have a paragraph for your concession to the opposition following those directions. And then you need to have a 1-sentence call to action. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.